My hair? My hair. What do you think happened? I cut the hair. It had to be cut. Gotta be free. What's up, Jeff? What are you doing, man? What are you up to? Me dear Jeffrey Livingston IV, the Terror of Peru. The Terror of Peru. Yes, the Terror of Peru. The Terror of Peru. Let's do it. Let's do it. Which methods? Painting's going alright. I painted on Monday just by myself. I didn't stream, I just needed time just to think. And then yesterday I did some video editing. So yeah, getting everything set. Just need to get this in my head. Let's go in with the darker. Gerhardt's method of painting and Robert Liberace. Cool. Really cool, man. You're tearing it up. You're tearing it up. Striker! Striker. What's up, boy? this is how my palette looks. So I have the regular colors here, and if I want to, I can obviously increase the chroma. I'd be going cadmium yellow and then ultramarine blue, and then this is how I decrease the chroma, the color intensity going back, right? So that's what I'm going to do, have it a little bit more color intense up close, and then as it goes to the background, just kind of fade it out just a little bit. So we do it. Just get the raw impression, and then we're going to go in and try to get the details over that. It's like she's staring at the interval, staring at her internal demons. Everyone else is having fun. The weird forest looks like she's killed everyone. It's great. Well, that's what I was going for. She curry. Swamp Girl. That's how I smile when I'm trying to show extreme emotion. Breath of smiling is for the weak. People always tell me I have strong eyes, and they get afraid talking to me because I look too serious and looks like I'm gonna kill someone. So essentially you're psycho. People are afraid of the Livingston 2000. The Livingston 2000. Hey Jeff, who was the, I forgot who it was who, remember, he left our Discord, but he was very good at design and you were friends with him. Do you remember? And this was like around, it was back in November, like the end of November. Do you remember what his name was? It's kind of friends you have, Lewis. You're a complete idiot and can never harm a fly. Marion, yeah, he's concept artist. He doesn't want to come back. Yeah. Is he mad at me? Well, maybe we don't talk about it here. You ask. Send me a private whisper. I'm just curious because I've been wondering about him. I really miss having him. QFX, what's up, man? Well, just developing this. Gotta develop it. Thank you. Right. The midtone. It was a silly situation that happened within a day or two that was taken care of immediately and has not happened since. So if we're going off of one strike you're out, then there's not much I can do about that. I think it's a little bit silly, but that's okay. It's whatever. It does kind of piss me off though. Yeah, but people need to fucking tell me. Like, I went over this before. I said, "It's an issue. Come tell me." Handled it on Thanksgiving Day. I handled it. Thanksgiving here is a solid holiday. It was the only time I had to rest. I learned it was happening. Immediately took care of it. No issues since. None. People need to tell me these things. They can't just get pissed off over it and then just leave. That I don't like. You have a problem, you come tell me. It's not fucking hard. Okay. Get. Make some more gray. Gray. Um. I do like this Rublev white though. It's really good. At first I didn't like it too much, but it's not bad. It's all right. Tag in. My boy. Are you at the Universidad, Tag in? The university? No, I haven't seen it. I didn't know they were starting that again. The art meme section recently. No, I haven't. I haven't. I haven't checked it out recently. 1 second. Let me see what you're talking about. I'll open Discord on the computer. Just give it a second. The art memes. Okay, let's check that out. There's so many sections. Oh gosh. You made it more even. Yeah, I can see that. And you got the AI generated chicks on there. That's pretty funny. You guys are just idiots. Put penises in the background. That's pretty good. Whoops. Clicked it on. This is so stupid. It's the most retarded thing ever. I love it. Good job. I'm proud of you. That was good. What's up? Hey, but for sure. What's up, man? Yeah. Y'all don't cut me any slack, do you? I just improved your painting. You worked on it for like 5 minutes on stream where the angle was off. I just improved it. It's the dark. I have a baby hairstyle. Look, I just cut it so that my head can breathe. There. I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all what I did on Monday in a second when I need a break from this. Where it tries to pull the downside up to even it out. On the name of High Hefner's pajamas is going on here. Hugh Hefner's pajamas. Yeah, he always did wear pajamas, didn't he? It's kind of strange. Babies don't have shaved sides. I think too the angle that I put. Yeah, I can see me having a baby haircut right now. Especially, I think it might look different further away, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Like up close. Watch the general? What are you doing? Okay. No. Like I like having a head where it's hot here in North Carolina. Works on it for 1 hour a month and needs another month break. What are you talking about? This? He's gonna look exactly like Lewis when he's 10. This is a baby mom. You're wearing knit sweaters? Can you knit? That rich gal needs a boy toy. What are you talking about? I'm always scared to read this chat over here. It's still cold there. Yeah, it's cold in the Netherlands, isn't it? 17C. Hmm. Ten. By the way, Brian's coming in at 3 o'clock, which is in 25 minutes. So I'll have to get off for some time, and then I'll get back on right afterwards for probably about an hour. Double streaming. I've heard people are doing a lot of dual streams now, QFX. What do you think about that? What's up? I saw that. I saw it. She will pay. She will pay dearly. Mario, how's it going, man? Sono un maestro bravissimo, saluti tuo amico, anche te, grazie, grazie. Mario è tornato. He's returned. I don't even know what Lewis's teeth look like, to be honest. That reminds me, how in the heck did Holbein paint that hidden skull into his ambassadors? Is that elongated one? I don't know how allowed that is on Twitch. It used to not be allowed, but they might have changed it since I heard some people doing Twitch and YouTube at the same time. They changed it. I got my channel back, but I don't know if I want to do that. Here, let me show you guys what we're looking at here, okay? Because I'm kind of going off a couple separate things. And keep in mind, look, what I've had to do, I increased the saturation a little bit on, like for you guys, just a little, because it seems like the camera's picking up like very soft, but this is what I had done before that. And then I'll move this back a little bit and I'll show you guys. So this is like kind of the whole thing. Try to get, it's kind of what we're working with right there. All right, so this is what we're working with right now. And I'm kind of beyond caring that it looks like a swamp, to be honest with you. I just don't care anymore. But that's what we have, so it's coming along. Do I bleach my teeth? Oh, this? Yeah, the hairline's definitely very sharp. Yeah. Yeah, so like her shoulders, this one's closer. It might come in a little bit, but this one comes down to here. And you can kind of like, I actually had blocked it in here like that, but it comes down about like that. I just need to work. I stopped here. Does that make sense? Like I kind of just scribbled there, but I was working this area right here. I didn't even go up top. There's a little bit up top, but that's just blocked in. Charlene looks like she's gonna crawl out of the canvas and kill someone. That's what I'm going for. So once like, and I'm glad Shikari brought this up. So like in painting, you can work the edges and soften them, and now blend it in with the rest of the work, right? And ideally, you're using the same colors for the face to unite the background, you know, certain parts, and I could start incorporating some of that in. But for the most part, like this, I'm gonna, like if you look at Bouguereau's work, it's very well blended, and so that's what I'm gonna do with this. Obviously, it's just like I haven't worked the transition yet, because to work the transition, the reason why I haven't done that is because I need to work this side right here and this is not done yet. I want to make sure that I have the colors correct in this, because I'm having to make everything here up like I always have to do in all of my paintings. All right, so once I get this in, then I'll work this, because what if I work this line edge right here, spend all that time, I lose some of the drawing in here in the process. And then I decide that the color I want is wrong, and then I have to go back through and redo that, and I've wasted my time with it. I think the face and the background go really well together. Thank you. The colors. What about your cell phone? Must be hard to lift it. What are you guys talking about? How much can you lift before your body breaks apart? QFX, 2 kilograms. Have you ever had forced long periods of being unable to paint? Me? Um, forced, like you just can't paint. Give me, Mario, give me an example of what you're talking about. Like circumstances, situations in your life, or just you don't feel like painting. Because I've had, I guess, kind of both, and right now I'm kind of in a situation that's forcing me not to be able to paint as much. Like, you know, I've said this before, like I got in here, I literally got to the studio at 2 o'clock. 2. And then I did, right? At 2 o'clock. Wait. I think I got here at 2. Anyway, I've been streaming for not long. And then at 3 o'clock I have to teach Brian, and then I have from 3 to 4 to paint. Or I'm sorry, 4 to 5 to paint, and then I have to go. Surgery? So Mario, in my first videos that I ever did, I could not move my right arm. So I used my left. And yes, I've had surgery here on my chest. The chest, I had torn this part right here, and this chest was over. I also had surgery on my ankle, on this side of it, the outside, lateral side, because I had a long time ago rolled it and tore a tendon and lived with it for several years until I had surgery, and so I couldn't walk. But even then, I had a portrait commission. This is kind of funny. So I had a portrait commission, and it was a man. This is funny in the sense, but it was a man he was, I think, late 80s, early 90s, and he had terminal cancer. And he said, "I'm dying, so we have to do this quick, the portrait. I want to have a portrait before I'm dead." I said, "Okay." He says, "I'm supposed to die next month." I said, "Well, I'll try." So like I had surgery, and so I was 2 weeks in, I was supposed to be resting. I was hopping on one leg, back and forth, and it was I had him sitting, so I would be back here observing, and then I would hop forward, paint, go back. That's what I did. And I also had a boot, so I could kind of. So yeah, been through that. It's not fun, but every time I've managed to get through it, right? So that's just doing tours all day to earn money. A death portrait, yeah. And then so we rush to get it done. This is what's kind of funny about it. And then he lives for another 2 or 3 years. Because he was like, "I feel fine. The doctors are giving me a month." He says, it's like, whatever. I don't listen to him. And I said, "All right, that's a good attitude." It is, right? Because what are you going to do? You can't do anything if you're going to die. So he's like, "Yeah, whatever." He lived 2 more years. Just sat down, show the pec to understand better. I'll show you the scar. Look. Well, I don't know if y'all can see it. There's a pretty solid scar here. Here, I'll turn here. It's pretty cool. It's a long one too. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. You should have sat down. I was sitting some at the time. So this is interesting. Let me show you this. So this, okay. I'm going to show you this camera right here, okay? Now, you see this? You see that? That's the opening, right? And I go back here. Obviously, y'all are, I would think, are relatively familiar, but this is the model room section. But I can also, obviously, I can paint back here. But it's pretty deep. This used to be a separate studio, and this is relevant. This was a wall. And originally, I only had this section of the studio. Now, we have a couch here, and that couch used to be sitting right here. And I used to have my fridge right there. And so this, I could back up this far right here. The couch would be here. I would be in the corner, actually a little bit further over this way, but this is as far back as I could go to look. So the the leg of the couch was here, so I just rest here every once in a while, mix my colors, stand back up, and I would work. So that's kind of how it went. So yeah, so I was like, I don't know if y'all saw this. I was like, this is where I would be, kind of back here like this, looking and just sitting on the arm of the couch, which used to be going across there. So it was a smaller studio, but the nice thing is, look at this. This is like, it's a high ceiling. It's very high. All right, so that's a high ceiling, which is what I like, because if it was, it's funny how spaces seem more enclosed when the ceiling is low, even if it's a large space. So it's a famous philosopher, Ben Stiller, once said, dodge, dip, dodge. Yeah, except it wasn't him. It was his movie. Quarter of gears. I know. Biceps. Hopefully he comes when we say that. Like, to the stream. Which high chroma paint? Oh, that one? Did you see it was horrible. Yeah, the house painting. Many painters, famous ones too, in early 1900s, had to go to war. Wonder how they made it. Grazie, a presto. All right, ci si vede, Mario. Yeah, but I mean, like, if you get injured and you can't work, there's not much you can do about it. But when I could not use my right arm, when I had my chest torn, that's when I did I think 3 or 4 videos, and that's when I first started doing YouTube, and that was drawing with the left hand. Right? Learning how to draw with the left hand. So it was pretty, it was a good practice, and a relatively, it was a good I wouldn't say a good experience. It gave me experience, so the experience in itself was good, but it was an awful situation. And it sucked because it's like setting up the camera. What was difficult was I had to set up everything with my left hand, do everything with my left hand. Like, that was the hard part, was setting up the camera, all that stuff, and then drawing and this and that, because, my right arm I can't move it, And then it took a while to rehab because you get this, it's like scar tissue in your shoulder. So like I had to do range of motion stuff. So at first you can only like lift it like this high until, now I have full range of motion. I can hang from it and stuff, but that was not a fun injury. See, they're going to remove cooldown tracking add-ons at some point. Rip Weak Auras and Gladiator Rosa. Yeah, I saw that. It's probably a good thing. Ooh. 19 people in front of you. All right. Okay, let me bring this back up here. And get this. So you see it's kind of what I'm looking at there. This is, I know it's blurry, but that's kind of what we're working with here. And I'm just trying to catch this side up to the other side. Why did he just say skinny? It's licorice. I love licorice. Honestly, that's really going to nerf rogues and mages. For everyone else, it's kind of fine. I don't think DR is going to be a problem. I think DR is something that they should have but the cooldown tracking, I don't use Omni. Well, I do have Omni CC. I used to use it, but I don't use it anymore. Gladiator Losa, that one I do use, but I'm also getting better at just looking and seeing, like tracking them and seeing what's going on anyway. Like I can tell if they're popping something, I can tell. So it's like there's ways around it. You just have to get a little bit more observant, but I feel like I'm at that point where I can do that. All right, Jeff, I'll see you, man. Yeah, it's good that you're busy. It's good. Stay busy. Yeah, Gladiator Los is very good. My mom used to work at the American Licorice Factory and had licorice for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. That's too much. I like it, but not that much. All right. You have a stun every 45 seconds like Warrior, no biggie at all. No. Well, yeah. But you don't always want to use that on cooldown though. Because like, the best ones use it when they know that I'm trying to do a setup, right? And they stop that setup. I can take a stun, it's fine, but if they do it at the wrong time, that's the problem. That's how I can tell the ones that know what they're doing, the ones that are just button mashing. I'm gonna eat the candy. It's better. So I'm working on this to like do the form, the drawing close up, and I'm making this up, and it has to look good from further back, and it has to correspond with this back here. It has to work with everything. And I'm also factoring in how it's going to look when I work the edges here. So the city of lines and mirrors. The city of lines and mirrors. You just gave us a clue. Yeah, I cut my hair last night. Got a haircut, which I cut my hair. I'm gonna pay somebody to do this luscious mane. All right, Brian, come in, buddy. Brian, through, guys. I gotta get going. All right, come on in.
Hey, you mind if I get a quick coffee here?
Go get a coffee, man. I'll be here.
You want anything?
I'm fine, man. Thank you.
Be right back.
All right, I'll see you. All right, we got enough time for Brian to get a coffee, and then we're good. Then I'll look. So I don't know, another minute or two. I'll stream until he gets back, and then I'll be on in an hour, for an hour. Okay. So coming back 4 o'clock Eastern until 5 o'clock Eastern. That's the plan. Is that cocaine? What are you talking? Did he drop like a bag of cocaine or something? Oh, the lines? You're talking about the mirrors and lines? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that. Shakira, you're probably right. Lots of long lines and people don't mind them except me and mirrors, because every cafe or restaurant has a mirror because people like taking selfies. But it's funny, Shakuri is right. It is like cocaine, like lines and mirrors, lines of cocaines and doing them off mirrors or whatever. An hour is enough, yeah. It'll be a nice break. Take a quick break. All right. Aren't there mirrors for stealing? That would also make sense. They tell their assistants, look, the mirrors are for taking selfies, but really it's for stealing. They just don't want to like give it away. Nobody has figured that out yet. It takes somebody from the Netherlands to say, wait a second. Yeah, it's a logical statement. I agree. And I didn't think about it at first. Blood sniffing? Whoops. I messed that up. It's good to be cynical and never trust anybody. They're always out to get you. What price for an easel would you consider a rip-off? Seeing easels for like $500 at a store, I think it's too much. It depends on the easel, because you want to have a good easel. And those easels in the back were $90 each, and they're horrible, horrible. It was not worth it. Okay, not at all, because it's just like it feels they don't hold the canvas. You have to like they wobble everywhere. It's like I have to adjust it for everybody because nobody else can do it because it always gets stuck. I had to do work on it so that, like, you know, the back end of the mast, I put an eye bolt in, which is one of those bolts you can screw in, so locks the mass in place so it won't wobble, it was not worth it. So I would say a good easel, I don't know, maybe $200-300. If there's a $500 easel, then it should be a damn good easel. And you don't want an easel that goes, like if you have, this is a high ceiling, so I can get whatever easel I want. But in a regular room, say the ceiling is, you know, like I could touch it with my hand, I'm 6 feet. You don't want a mast that goes up with the tray. The tray has to slide up and down the mast, and it has to be sturdy. So I don't know, 500 seems a little bit steep. 10 cents a top, yeah. Those easels with the handles are crazy expensive. That don't poke your roof. Easels with the handles. With the handle? With the handle, what handle? I don't know which one you're talking about. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it really depends, right? I'd have to see it. Your bracelets. Stop sucking to get a fancy one. Yeah, I would just get one. Have you seen my easel video? I did an easel video not too long ago. I need to get my sense of humor back with videos, and I need to get back into that. I have a sense of humor with them. It's just I have not been able to do the work that I needed to do in those videos recently. And it's very frustrating to me. Very frustrating indeed. Frustrating. We'll be back, guys. 1 hour. See ya. You ready? Did you work? Still got that buff chick?
So, huh?
Still got that buff chick? You know, whatever happened with that, the charcoal drawing?
I was going to ask you about.
Well, I don't know. You're the one who did it. Bring that one back. We need to finish that because that's a value lesson, which is lights and darks.